On. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another Sunday episode of Full Metal Classic. I am your host, Cameron, the conductor Holzman. We've got a great panel of guys today. We've got a few that have one win. They're looking to get their second. We've got a few that are looking to get their first and maybe see if they have a chance to make it to the snowball. So we're going to introduce them, and then we're going to get going. So up first, we have Joe Harrison. Joe recently got his first win, looking to get that second. Joe, how you feeling?
I am feeling great. Great bunch of competitors, so it might be a little bit hard for me to get my second win, but hopefully I can pull it out today.
Absolutely. And up next, we have Malcolm, who apparently seems very confident in the fact that he is not going to win today. Malcolm, why don't you think you're going to win?
Because I really have not had any luck with Classic at all. And plus, I'm trying reverse psychology, trying to psych myself down to pretend I'm not going to win. Then that way, I'm just going to win.
Fair enough. Up next, we have Hunter Chambliss. Hunter, thank you for being on standby. We had a player who unfortunately wasn't able to make it today, and Hunter was able to step in pretty much at the last minute. So thanks for being here. How you doing today, Hunter?
I'm good. I'm sore. I'm at the gym right now when you messaged me, so I hurried up to my phone, and I'm here. Hey, guys.
Alrighty, and we have got the Hazard, Mr. Jimmy Deary. Jimmy, welcome to Classic. How's it going?
I'm good, thanks. I was facing Joe last time he won, so it's a revenge time for me.
And last but certainly not least, we have one half of the current Full Metal Team's champions, Joseph, the Algorithm Olivas. Joseph is also going for a second win today. Hopefully he can get it. Joseph, you ready to do this?
Hopefully there are no big mistakes like last time.
Hopefully not. But all right, with that, we are going to get into the first round. But quickly, the rules for anyone watching at home who has not seen this show before or who has and just doesn't remember them. Round one is going to consist of 8 whiteboard questions. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you do not get a point. At the end of those 8 questions, whoever has the lowest amount of points will get eliminated. If there is a tie, we will do a tiebreaker. Each player has 3 repeats to use throughout the match if they need to either rehear the question or if they want to just burn time and give themselves more time to think. But other than that, I think we are good to go. Is everybody ready for this match?
Yeah, it's good.
Ready.
Alrighty, then let me just get the timer ready. Gentlemen, your first question, as always, is in the category of animated films. Who voices Princess Anna in Frozen? And for those wondering about hands on screen, Hunter will have one of his hands on screen at all times, and the other one is holding his phone because he could not find anything heavy enough to prop it up with that wouldn't just fall over. So we trust him. Plus, he can't search anything if his phone's on a table, or if he's on his phone. So 5, 4, 3.
Question.
And Hunter using his first repeat. Who plays Princess Anna, or who voices Princess Anna in Frozen? And I am talking about the film and not the award-winning Broadway stage musical, although that is also very good and legitimately has better music than the film.
I'll believe it.
And that'll be
Having a sister ruined this film for me.
4, 3, 2, 1, and we are going to start with Hunter.
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell is correct, and we're going to go to Joe.
Kristen Bell.
I can see that. Malcolm.
She's a fucking great actress, Kristen Bell.
She absolutely is. Jimmy.
Is it Adil Dazeem?
It is not Adil Dazeem. And Joseph.
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell is correct. Everyone but Jimmy getting that point. Although one could argue that Adele is John Travolta pronouncing Kristen Bell even worse than pronouncing it. All right, your next question is in the category of horror. Horror. In what horror film will you find a group of college students who are attacked by a group specifically referred to as a zombie redneck torture family? It's very specifically that. They make a point in the film, and it was very specifically that, and that's all I'll say. I have seen this film, and I like this film, and I'm not a horror guy. In 5,
Hopefully, I'm thinking
4, 3, 2, 1, and we are going to go to Hunter first once again. Hunter.
Cabin in the Woods.
That is correct. And we're going to go to Malcolm.
Fuck. I put the Hawks Have Eyes, but
That is incorrect. Jimmy.
Nope. You don't want to know.
Joseph.
I should have changed it. I put Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
And Joe.
Cabin in the Woods.
And Hunter and Joe still perfect after 2. Your third question is in the category of comedy.
Ha.
Oh, boy, I'm sorry.
Comedy.
All right.
In what 1940s film will you see the murderous yet comedic events of the Brewster family? I would like to
Yes!
thank one
Thank
Mr.
you.
Andrew James Barr for writing this question. I had a busy week and didn't really have time to write a ton of questions. Luckily, Andrew gave me a large supply a while ago that I had forgotten about, but found recently. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to start with Hunter
Nothing.
and Jimmy. That is very incorrect. Joseph.
That would be Frank Capra's Arsenic and Old Lace.
That would be Arsenic and Old Lace. Joe.
I'm going to have to go with Jimmy's answer for this one.
It is still incorrect. And Malcolm.
I had no idea. I just put Brewster's Billions.
That is incorrect. It is Arsenic and Old Lace, a movie formerly on the Deep Cuts list, but now it is gone. Our next question is in the category of drama, or drama,
Grandma.
or drame, if you are someone who wants to pronounce it that way, aka a monster. What sport does Patrick play in Manchester by the Sea? This is another question that I believe was written by Mr. Andrew James Barr.
Technical repeat.
Technical repeat? Absolutely. What sport does Patrick play in Manchester by the Sea?
In one of the team matches that unfortunately did not get to be uploaded, Brian and I answered 5 questions on Arsenic and Old Lace. We drew that movie in that game that unfortunately was not uploaded against Team Wisco. So
And 5,
it's cool to get one finally
3,
since then.
2, 1. Hunter.
Water polo.
That is incorrect. I wish. That would be a very interesting film. Joseph.
I believe it's hockey.
I believe it is hockey. Joe.
Lacrosse.
Malcolm.
Well, I thought Manchester by Sea, so I put soccer.
And Jimmy, you are wearing a Montreal Canadiens jersey. Did you get hockey?
Football.
That is very unfortunate and kind of ironic.
Yep.
All right, your next category. Movie quotes. And once again, this question was written by Mr. Andrew James Barr.
Screw that
In
guy.
what crime film will you hear the quote, there's more to life than a little money, you know. Don't you know that? And here you are. And it's a beautiful day. That's all. I will say nothing else about this quote and the way it was delivered, but, 5, 4,
Oh, repeat.
I'm gonna be
3.
so wrong here.
First repeat for Jimmy. In what crime film will you hear the lines, there's more to life than a little money, you know. Don't you know that? And here you are. And it's a beautiful day. I have seen this film. I quite enjoy this film. I really don't want to say too much about this because anything I try to say will give it away other than the vague. I like it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to start with Hunter.
The Boondock Saints.
Is incorrect. Joseph.
I guess Snatch.
That is incorrect. Joe
The Town.
is incorrect. Malcolm
I guess Casino.
and Jimmy.
For a sweep? Nope. Goodfellas?
I will say this question might be a little difficult because when we do quotes questions, we're not supposed to inflect or do any accents. If I were to read the quote in the accent it's supposed to be in, it might give it away a bit more. There's more to life than a little money, you know. Don't ya know that? And here ya are. And it's a beautiful day. The answer is Fargo.
Fargo.
Don't ya know that? Yeah, lack of an accent makes that a little bit harder of a question, but we
It's
move
a fair way
on.
to go for that answer.
Absolutely. Your next question is in scores and soundtracks, which once again, I should really just name soundtracks. This question was not written by Andrew James Barr, but was written in honor of the man. What song won the Academy Award for Best Original Song for the film Once?
Once.
Once. The name of the film is Once.
Once.
This is maybe my favorite song to ever win Best Original Song, and I think that it is worthy of that title. 5,
Not seen the movie, but I do love this song.
3, 2, 1, and Hunter
Once upon a time. I don't know.
is incorrect. We go to Joe.
Once, I don't know.
That is incorrect. That would be a good trick question, though. Malcolm.
Yeah.
Falling slowly.
It is Falling Slowly. Where's Malcolm?
Good job,
There we
Mark.
go. Jimmy seems to be erasing.
Yep.
And Joseph.
Falling slow.
Slowly sing. Okay, we're gonna go. Tommy Hill says greatest musical of all time. I say doesn't count as a musical, but sure. Our next question, or penultimate question with only one T. Sorry, there's 2 T's in the word, but not a T after the end. There's not
I'm
3
sorry, I
T's.
can't hear
There we
you.
go. Your penultimate question. Can you hear me now, Hunter?
Technical repeat, please. Sorry.
Oh, I haven't read the question yet. You're good. In the category of new releases, who plays an Uber driver commandeered by Dave Bautista in Stuber? I will be lenient on spelling,
I was
pronunciation.
gonna ask, yeah.
Pronunciation, we'll see. Tony is saying that Once is 70% music. While it is 70% music, all of that music is acknowledged by the film, and therefore it does not become a musical because it is about a musician. 5.
Sorry,
Or-
I'm back. I didn't hear the
Oh,
question.
did you not hear it at all? Okay, I will fully give you a
No.
repeat then. Who plays an Uber driver commandeered by Dave Bautista in Stuber?
Oh. I think.
Yeah. No, when we did top 10 musicals for Your List Sucks, if the music is acknowledged by the film, that to us made it not a musical. It has to be sort of fantasy musical sequences that just sort of appear out of nowhere. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to go to Hunter
Nope. Can't think of his name.
and Malcolm.
Kumail Nanjiani.
That is close enough that I will give it to you, Jimmy.
Come on, Langiani.
That is exactly correct. Spelling, I believe, is even accurate. Joseph.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah, absolutely. And Joe.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah, absolutely. I am very impressed with all of you guys. That is
Except for me.
a question that was originally written for a secret category I wrote, which was just actors whose names are hard to pronounce. This is not a joke. That was a real thing that was almost a secret category. But your final question comes, as always, in the category of actors and actresses. Which actor has played the real-life people Louis XIV, Hugh Glass, Jim Carroll, and Tobias Wolff? I will say there's a couple of other big real people that this individual has played. I left them off the list because I felt they were too easy. I gave you one that's moderately easy, and the rest are
Repeat the question.
5. That is Hunter's second repeat. Which actor has played the real-life people Louis XIV, Hugh Glass, Jim Carroll, and Tobias Wolff. And I will say, to make things slightly easier on you, Tobias Wolff is also commonly known as Toby Wolf. Maybe that helps. Maybe it doesn't. Who knows?
Hope I get
And
this
we
right.
are going to go 5, 4, 3.
Repeat again.
Keep from Jimmy. Which actor has played the real-life people? Louis XIV, Hugh Glass, Jim Carroll, and Tobias Wolff. And we're going to give you 5, 4,
Nope. Good night.
3, 2, 1. Hunter
Daniel Day-Lewis.
is incorrect. Jimmy. All right. Joseph.
Is Hugh Glass from The Revenant Leonardo DiCaprio?
Hugh Glass is from The Revenant.
Oh,
That is correct. Joe.
I put Kenneth Branagh, but now, it's, yep. Man.
And Malcolm.
Yeah, when I heard Hugh Glass, I thought of the movie Shattered Glass starring Hayden Christensen. I completely
He plays
blanked.
Sidney Glass in that film, I believe. The answer was Leonardo DiCaprio. The films are he plays Louis XIV in The Man in the Iron Mask. He plays Hugh Glass in The Revenant. He plays Jim Carroll, the famous poet, in The Basketball Diaries. And he plays Tobias Wolff in This Boy's Life. The two big names that I left off of this list are Frank Abagnale Jr. and Jordan Belfort. Both of those
Yeah.
which would have
Well-
probably given it away.
I mean, Howard Hughes would have also given it away from The Aviator.
Also true. But that will bring an end to our first round. And in the lead, we have Joseph with 6 points, followed by Malcolm and Joe, both tied at 3, followed by Hunter with 2, and unfortunately with only 1 point. We will be saying goodbye to Jimmy. Jimmy, thanks for coming, but I'm going to have to send you away. Take care, brother.
I can't believe.
And
I
then there
survived.
were 5. All right, so gentlemen, round 2 works like this. I have a wheel. You're going to pick some numbers, and then we're going to spin it. If your number comes up, you get to pick the category. But if the number none of you picks comes up, we're going to play the secret category. Now, if you get to pick the category and you choose to play the secret category, each question is worth 2 points. But if the secret category's number comes up by itself on the wheel, each question is only worth 1 point. So with that being said, Joseph, you are in the lead. You get to pick 2 numbers, sir.
Can you give me the range, please?
Oh, sorry, 1 and 6.
Yeah, thank you. 3 and 4, please.
3 and 4 for Joseph. I'm gonna go to Joe next. Give me 1 number.
6.
And Malcolm
5.
and Hunter. Do you want 1 or 2?
Give me 2.
2. That makes 1 our magic number for today. We are gonna spin this wheel. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it
I
is
can't.
spinning away. And our number today is going to be number 5. That is Mr. Malcolm. Malcolm,
All
we're
the
gonna have
time.
a choice today to pick from one of the following categories. You can choose to have Canadian films, real siblings on the screen, Leica animation, video game movies, jump around with jump in quotation marks, which means the word jump may appear somewhere in the title of the film, or it might be related to it. Who knows? It's almost like that's just the way they write Jeopardy categories. Or if you don't like any of those, you can choose the secret category for today, and I will say it was written for today. That's all I will say about it.
Do it, Malcolm. Do it.
No, please.
Video game movies.
Do it, Malcolm.
Not again.
Because people want video game movies, I'm going to go to the secret category.
Yeah.
All right.
And once again, people pick the secret category. I don't know if you guys realize this. I have not had anyone pick a non-secret category in over a month.
It's because we love you.
I mean, that's
But
because
we
you
are going
put
to-
other red categories in the other rounds. It's the big
All right. But I did write this secret category specifically for today in honor of daylight savings when we turn back our clocks. Today's secret category is time travel movies.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the closest we've got to time travel. It's a bit of a stretch, but hey, you know what? That's how we do it here. So with that being said, your first question in the category of time travel movies is going to be, what is the name given to the time travel device / apparatus in 2004's Primer?
Ha.
Oh,
Primer
I was
is a
hoping you-
movie that
I was hoping you'd go with a different 2004 movie with time traveling in it.
Primer being a movie that was made for, I believe, $7,000 or something, and starred the guy who wrote, directed, edited, and all that stuff for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hands down, and we're going to go to Hunter.
nope.
All right, we're gonna start, and then we're gonna go to Joe
Didn't have it.
and Malcolm.
This is one movie I walked out and halfway through, so because it's a piece of shit movie.
And Joseph.
I was trying to write The Prime Time Machine.
That is incorrect. The answer is the very, very simple The Box.
Okay.
It's just called The Box. Yeah. It's The
Really?
Box. Really. Your next question, in time travel films. The villain in the Disney film Meet the Robinsons is commonly identified by the fact that he is wearing what specific item? And I need the specific thing. I
Oh, I
really
got it.
enjoy this movie. This movie is very fun. I really like it. And
Yeah.
one of these days, we're going to release the first episode of the podcast, and you can hear me talk about this, but that day has yet to happen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to start with Hunter.
A bowler hat?
Is the correct answer, Malcolm?
Oh, I thought it was just like the Schmodown. He's identified by wearing dark sunglasses.
That is incorrect. Joseph.
His real name is Mike Yagubian. Bowler hat.
Michael Yagubian does wear a bowler hat, and Joe.
It's a bowler hat.
It's a bowler hat.
It's a bowler hat.
Your next question, and I find it incredible that we once again have a question about this franchise when Joseph is on. Who is the second person kidnapped by Bill and Ted in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? I'm looking for the second person. I swear I didn't plan this. I wrote this before the competitors had been selected.
I don't think you'll get me this time, though. I hope not, anyway.
We will see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hunter
Sacagawea?
is incorrect. Joseph, did I get you this time?
Billy the Kid.
I did not get you this time. Joe
I had Genghis Khan.
and Malcolm.
Yeah, I thought Billy the Kid was the first one. I put Socrates.
First one is Napoleon, and then they drop him off and they go back, and then Billy the Kid is the first one in the second group, which would make this overall.
The second one.
It's a confusing question. And it's I would say it's a confusing movie, but it's really not.
No, it's not.
And your last question. In 2002's The Time Machine, Guy Pearce's character builds the titular machine so he can travel through time for what and do what specific thing? He builds a time machine so that he can go through time and do something specific. What is the thing? This is based off of a book. I haven't seen this movie. I haven't read this book. 5, 4,
Repeat the question.
3. That is Joe's first repeat. In 2002's The Time Machine, Guy Pearce's character builds the titular machine so he can travel through time to do what? That is the best possible way I could phrase this question. It was rough phrasing it. I find it very interesting because one thing I do know about the book is that this isn't in it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Hunter.
To save his wife from an illness?
Joe.
Getting all the knowledge in the known world.
Malcolm.
I thought it so I could see how he dies.
And Joseph.
I said playing Olympic swimming.
I don't think I can give it to Hunter. It is to stop his wife from dying, but it's specifically she gets shot. So it's not illness. You were just a little too specific. With that being said, that will bring an end.
How specific you needed me to get. That's why I was like.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my man. But at the end of that round, in the lead, we have Joseph with 10 points, followed by Joe with 5, followed by Hunter with 4, and unfortunately with only 3 points. Malcolm, the secret category was not in your favor today. Thanks for coming out and thanks for playing, but we're going to have to say goodbye to you. Take care.
The bowler hat saved me.
Bowler hat did save you. So round 3 is going to work like this. Whiteboard questions. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you lose a point. We go until either we are done all 5 questions or until one player has mathematically eliminated everyone else. Joseph is currently at 10 with Joe at 5 and Hunter with 4. So y'all really got to hope that Joseph starts missing and that Joe and Hunter are getting things right. Unless you're Joseph, then you got to hope that you just answer things right and they don't. But with that being said, I'm realizing now that I did not change the answer on one of these questions to the quick answer. There we go. There we go. Cool. Your first question in the 3rd round. In Monty Python's The Life of Brian, where was Brian born? I need you to be as specific as possible. Where was he born? I will say I need more specific than like the city or the town. I need like basically the exact location. I'll reset the timer because I get the question. And we are going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we're going to start with Hunter.
In a barn in Jerusalem.
Joseph.
I said the stable manger next door to Jesus.
And Joe.
I did not have it.
Joseph got pretty much exactly what I was looking for. He was born in the stable next to the one Jesus is born in. Unfortunately, I cannot give Joe or Hunter the points for that. So we are in an interesting situation here. Joseph is at 11 points. Joe is at 4. Hunter is at 3. If Joseph gets this question right, the game is over. Joseph has to get the next 4 questions wrong, and Hunter and Joe would both have to get the next 4 right.
And then Joe wins if that happens.
Joe wins if that happens. If Hunter gets all 4 of these right and you get all 4 of these wrong, we are tied. So let's see what happens here. Your next question is in the category of 2000s films. Who plays young speller Akilah Anderson in Akilah and the Bee? Joseph very quickly moving to the board. I think I know how this might end. I love this movie very, very much.
I was obsessed with this movie.
I still am. And 5.
It made me want to join spelling bees myself.
3,
Congratulations, Joseph.
2, 1. Hunter, do you have anything?
Kiki Palmer.
Joe.
Kiki Palmer.
And Joseph.
Thanks for the fun, guys. Kiki Palmer.
Yep.
And your winner, Joseph, the algorithm, Olivas.
I'm just glad I stuck in there.
Joseph, you won that with 12 points. That is a
Good
dominant
job.
performance. How does it feel?
At least I got a Bill and Ted question right this time. That's really what matters this time. I felt so embarrassed and bad after that last time, but no, yeah. I was very scared about that secret category because I know Malcolm usually goes for that category anyway, but time traveling movies I was a fan of, so it wasn't that bad for me, I guess. Yeah. Joe and Hunter, you guys made it to round 3, and sometimes the questions are sometimes the questions are not the way that you want them to be, but you can try next time because Joe, you've won before, so you can definitely get there again. And Hunter, I mean, from going to a replacement to round 3, that's also pretty good. So,
Thanks, man.
good job, guys,
Yeah.
for this.
Absolutely. And with that, you have now qualified for the mini classic tournament to get to the classic championship in the snowball. So you'll be getting a message about that soon to try and figure out and arrange stuff for that. But we will go to our second place finisher, Joe. Joe, how does it feel?
I mean, it sucks. You want to come in with the win, but I knew coming into it that with a former champion like Joseph, and that it was an uphill battle. I think what happened was there was no New British Empire member in here for me to beat, so that's why. If New British Empire was in here, I would have won. That is the joke. That is satire.
And last but certainly not least, we go to Hunter. Hunter, you stepped in at the last minute as a replacement because we legitimately could not get in contact with one of the people scheduled to be in this match. We tried, several of us messaging him, and our messages would not get through to the man. But you stepped in at the last moment, and you made it to round 3. That's nothing to be ashamed of. How does it feel?
Man, it's kind of disappointing because I did want to win, but coming in here as a replacement and really putting on one of the best performances I have in a while, I feel impressive with myself, and I'll definitely be back.
Oh, absolutely. You've been constantly improving and constantly getting better. It's just a matter of time until you get that win.
Bowler has saved me.
But with that being said, we are going to bring an end to today's show. So I've been Cameron, the conductor, Holzman, and on behalf of Joseph, Joe, Hunter, Malcolm, and Jimmy, thanks for watching. Everybody have a good Sunday.
I'm number 17.